Okay, let's just do a little bit of work with using number lines. And the first example that I'm going to give you is just plotting numbers on the number line. And we're just going to plot two numbers. The first one is going to be 3 and the second one is going to be an 11. And so if you want to do this activity with me, you can just, before we go ahead and plot, go ahead and just draw a line on a piece of paper, and then kind of, you could use a ruler if you have one, and then you could make some tick marks to represent the spaces in between. What I did is I used this ruler here, and every ½ inch here, or excuse me, right here is the ½ inch. Every ½ inch I put a little tick mark, and then I wrote some numbers down below. So if you want to do this, go ahead and pause the video, make a couple of number lines, and then we'll go ahead and plot those numbers. Okay, hopefully you're ready by now. If I want to plot the number 3, so plot 3, all I want to do is identify where 3 is on the number line, right here, and I'm going to draw a closed circle on that number. So it's going to look like this. It's just a closed circle. Notice it's not on the number 3 or it's not above. It's on the number line and it's closed versus open. Let's say we'll also plot the number 11. Again, I want to identify where 11 is on the number line. Here it is. And again, I want to make a closed circle on that 11. Now, later on, when we talk about decimals and fractions in future modules, you might have a number that's in between these whole numbers, and that's okay. Okay, let's move on to using the number with, or the number line for addition. And so let's say that we want to add 6 to 5. So we're going to add 6 plus 5. So like the first couple of examples, we identified the number. So we're going to identify where 6 is, okay, and that's going to be our starting point, okay, and we're going to add 5. So that means we're going to increase the amount by 5. So increasing means we're going to have more, and so we're going to move to the right. Okay, we're moving to the right. We're going to start at the 6 and we're going to move 5 more. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that's going to be our answer, which gives us 11. Okay, let me get a different color and we'll try one more. Let's say we're going to add 3 plus 10. Okay, so again, where's 3? Well, here's 3. And I'm going to start at the 3, and because I'm adding, I'm increasing. That means I'm moving to the right, and I'm going to count 10. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 13. Okay, now let me, while we're talking with number lines, I'm going to go ahead and do an example for subtraction. So let's say we're going to subtract 15, or we're going to start with 15 and we're going to take away or subtract from that 7. Okay, so again, like the last ones, we're going to start at the first number, which is right here at 15. Now notice the 15, we're subtracting, or we're taking away. So we're not going, our number's not going to increase, so we're not going to go to the right. Instead, we're going to go to the left. Okay, this is the left. All right, so we start at 15 and now we're going in this direction. We're going to go 7 spaces to the left. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And our answer is 8. One more example. Let's say we are going to subtract, oops. Let's say we'll start with 9, and we're going to subtract from that 6. Again, here's the 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Our answer is 3. Notice again we went to the left. So when you're adding, you're going to go to the right, and when you're subtracting, you're going to the left. Now these problems are probably not too tricky. As you continue with your math, especially when you start working with integers or positive or signed numbers, I should say, you'll revisit the number line. And so you've got a start at the number line, but you will continue to learn a little bit more on how you can use the number line, especially when you're working with signed numbers. And it does get a little trickier then. Anyway, I hope that helps.